on, everyone? Just Jamie back here again. Just another day, another dollar. Just grinding it out. So I kind of sucked at yesterday. Documenting things was actually pretty busy. So here's like a 15-20 second summary of Monday. Monday turned into picking things up from Sam's Club. We picked up a bunch of items from there, which then turned into crap. We need more boxes. So Jeff, our warehouse manager, has boxes to ship things, to then turning into buying more things later in the night. And then Robert and I had a little sit down, get together, talking about different strategies and ideas for the seasonals. Tonight we'll be doing more of that as well. But in the meantime, I gotta show you a new member of the vlog. Hey Smokey, say hello. Yeah, say hi to everyone. Yeah, this is pretty normal. I'll be working at home and this little guy will come up from sleeping and think he needs attention. Huh? What you doing, Smokey? Yeah? Say hi. You saying hi to everyone? Yeah. So he will, a lot of mornings I'll make coffee and I'll go sit in that chair. Him and I will hang out. We'll do a little coffee time, a little pet time, a little kitty, a little kitty meditation, and then we're off for the day. All right, game plan for today. We got to first, well, I'm gonna eat the foods in a second, but after that, I can get the Starbucks probably. But for actual work, I've already put about 3 hours into sourcing, probably looking about $1,200 profit or so. We'll have to do some store pickups sooner than later, because what I'm realizing more times than not lately, for seasonal items at least, like you just can't get them delivered, which sucks. It takes up more time, but it is what it is. That does mean there's an opportunity. If there's a pain point, there's an opportunity then to actually make more, to be able to make money and keep the profits higher. Because if everyone could have them delivered, it's more convenient and price will go down. So it's twofold there, unfortunately. So got to get to the warehouse, check on Jeff, make sure he's good, start doing some of these pickups in the next day or two. And I also have some admin stuff I gotta get taken care of just to get in place, because tax season's coming up, unfortunately. All right, so we're back in the flex again. So game plan for today, I was gonna go check in on the warehouse with Jeff, make sure everything's running smooth, which he's being a rock star, so it should be good. Need to get him paid up, and then this week I need to get him officially on payroll, so that's a whole other thing in itself. Other than that, I'm just running down there doing that. Gotta make a stop or two, and finished up the buying. Once I get back from the warehouse, right now it's about 1, I'm gonna guess I'll be back around this area around 3 or 4. Going to start doing some more admin stuff. Gotta get taxes in place. I need to get Jeff ready to rock and roll. Oh yeah, that's right, I totally just booked my trip to ASD Orlando. So if you're going to be down there, I would love to hang out with you, grab a beer, see what Orlando's about. But going down there to check out, to see if maybe we could run into some more potential distributors and things of that nature, to be able to get into a little bit of wholesale. So it's kind of where we're at. We're already at a minute, so that's a lot of rambling before I get moving. So I'm gonna get moving, get the Starbucks, get down to the warehouse. Let's make this happen. All right, just finished up the day. It's about 6 or so. As you might have saw in that little time lapse thing, it was first time for everything. So UPS, I know this from before. Like if I let my UPS guy know that if there's a lot of stuff, to let him know. So I let him know there's gonna be like 32 boxes, 32 to 36. So he calls in the big guns, which is what you saw there. And that dude decided he wanted to just load the pallets, which I wanted to get rid of the pallets anyway. So he just wanted to load the pallets because he had a lift gate, load them right up in there and be done with them. So that was pretty cool, but and pretty interesting to say the least. So that was cool. I've never had UPS need to, or have a want to, take pallets and load them right up in there. So otherwise, gonna go home, gonna rest for just a little bit because I tweaked my shoulder a while ago. So working through a bit of an injury. And other than that, if I have any more motivation for the day, because I'm already like 9 hours in, I'll go ahead and do a little admin work. And then tonight at 9 o'clock my time, Central Time, we'll have a mastermind with the boys to talk seasonal stuff. So anyway, that's it for now. Alright. Alright, so playing catch up from yesterday. You might have already seen the UPS driver show up. So when I tell my normal UPS driver that there's a lot of boxes going out that day, he usually ends up calling in he likes to call it the big guns. And that was actually what happened. And we had everything on pallets because I knew that that truck that they usually bring by, learned this from Q4, can't fit underneath typically. So we had pallets ready to go, and then that UPS driver was like, hey, I got a lift gate, can we just pallet jack these in? Sure. So that's kind of what you saw, him and me working to get those up and in there so we didn't have to move 40 boxes. You know, me move 40 of them up and then him have to move them all the way back. So that's what that kind of looked like. Other than that, we had our mastermind last night. Did that. So far so good. So far we're not seeing Easter popping nearly as much. It's some stuff starting to pop, but it's definitely not like Valentine's Day or other seasonal stuff. And other than that, I had a great conversation with one of our local dudes, Josh, about getting back to basics and focusing in on just the basics. Finding, you know, it's not just about like, so with, I'll do this in 1 second. I'll start another one of these. All right, let's try this one more time. I'll try this now. So until this year, I've been very much in the burn and churn, like burn the capital, burn it over, churn it over, move, more product, more people, more things, more, right? And I know that's a lot of people's mentality because they have to. They have Amazon loans, maybe they're using personal credit cards, all that stuff. And for me, I'm now in a situation where I have terms with a credit card, the the American Express card only makes you pay 10% the first month and pay the complete balance off by the end of the second month. So I have 2-month terms. I've built that limit up over time because they see that I expand and then I pay down pretty quick, back and forth, seasonals and everything like that plays that game. So I probably got somewhere in the 6 figures of capital available that I can't even touch. Don't even know what to do with that much right now. Not yet. It's a problem that I have to figure out. So Josh is getting into the getting back to basics. You know, since I don't have anything I have to pay off, so to speak, like you could do, you know, $500,000 in sales, gross sales, pay someone to prep your stuff and still take home 40, 50 grand, while that maybe you're only working 3-4 days a week while you are able to then focus on your personal life, and or one of my big preferences is getting into private label. So just kind of some food for thought, some things for you guys to think about too. Potentially selling a little less but making a little bit more because I'm paying a premium placement fee for every unit that goes in. I'm paying to prep every unit that goes in. So it's not you know, if I could get an extra quarter per unit and maybe sell, you know, 3 less units, or you know, a third less units, I'm saving all those premium placement fees and I'm making everything count a little bit more. So it's something to think about while everyone chases down the buy box. You could be the person on the back end that has more, gets more. So yeah, that kind of sums up yesterday. Today I'll do another one real quick here. All right, today worked on sourcing from call about 10 to 9:30 to probably about 1:30. We got through a couple hundred units and about $1,000 in profit. Obviously that's gonna drop a little bit. I'm anticipating that 1,000 might be $600-700 once everything sells. Some of the stuff might not sell for a month and a half. So it sounds really fantastic. Oh, I sourced $800 in profit. Yeah, if I had that money in my hand right now, it'd be fantastic. But if you're figuring $800 over the course of the next month and a half, once again getting back to the basics, like in that previous little rant I did, that changes things completely. So did that, going down to the warehouse, check in on our warehouse manager, make sure everything's rocking with that. And that'll be kind of my little lunch break, so to speak. I'll grab coffee, I'll run down there, do that, make sure he's good, try to get right back out of there, and then work on some admin stuff and things like that, which I haven't got to yet. I'm still also battling a shoulder injury, so the shoulder injury is, I can get up here and I get stuck versus over here I go, you kind of get a feel for it. So like I'm limited That's reminds me of something else Josh said. Like, you're only gonna be able to move super hard for so long because your body's gonna eventually give out. So like, it's all things to think about. It's all good problems to have. Us as entrepreneurs are firefighters. We're always putting out fires, we're always solving problems, and that's how we make our money. So with that being said, I gotta get moving. Gotta get down to the warehouse, gotta get some more caffeine, and I'm sure I'll talk to you all a little bit. All right, later. What's going on, everyone? Jimmy back here. Today's Thursday. Just another day, another dollar. Having to do a lot of store pickups today because a lot of the tests that we did in the previous vlog are actually going well. So things are starting to move. We're starting to see good progress as far as that. And what that means is I'm gonna load back up on more stuff to make sure we get it in time for Easter. So there's some things with the ASIN restriction limits right now that I'm actually gonna push a full 200 in and just let them sell between now and Easter. So that's kind of what a good chunk of Thursday looks like. I got three pickups on the north side of town. I got a pickup on the south side of town, and I gotta get that back to the warehouse, and I gotta look at a couple shipments as well to help our warehouse manager through some of that. There's some few things that are a little wonky, but before all that, we gotta get ourselves some Starbucks. Stop one done. Not a ton of stuff back there. I actually forgot that that stop, they canceled most of the stuff, so I just went into the store to take a look, see what they had, and I found a few extra things. Other than that, I'm having to stop at a regional grocery store, which you might be able to see right there, Cub Foods, not to be confused with Cup Foods, which, yeah, that's a whole different thing. Anyway, I'm having to stop here mostly because there's one item in there to complete a bundle. So sometimes what you run into is you'll see the general flavors at like a Walmart or Target, and then regional groceries like Cub here will get a different flavor, and you put all those together, which makes it harder for other people to actually jump on listings, which keeps pricing good. The general supply and demand, the more supply there is without the demand increasing, price drops. So adding extra layers like having to stop at another store sometimes is all it takes to actually make it so people don't want to just come in on your listings. They can't, because they can't get the other flavor that they need. So then that's working well. I'm actually buying another 200 6-packs of these items, so I have to stop here because these guys only normally carry about 24 per store, which is a little bit annoying, but I have 2 of them on my way, and I'm hoping I can grab 24 per store, so I'll have to stop at a few more stores. So anyway, that's it for now. I got a couple more stops to make before I get back to the warehouse. Alright, cool, bye. Whew, so we just got done. The last pickup for the day, I gotta get back to the warehouse. But I just wanted to give you an update so you can see what's going on and see, picking up a few more peeps for Easter, a couple bundles of them, and a bunch of other stuff that can't be really seen and buried all the way back in there. So let's get back to the warehouse. And just like that, we're back to nothing. Well, you can actually see out the back again. Started at about 9:30. It's about 4:17 right now, and that's really it. That's the entire day. Going store to store, picking up stuff, then unloading it, getting back here. And other than that, I got some more buying to do inside, and that will be pretty much the entire Thursday. Alright, another day, another dollar. Looking at Friday. Fridays are typically days where I catch up on things. I do a little buying in the morning, and all this afternoon is pretty much just focusing on the 20% of the business. So 80% of the time I'm focusing on what needs to be made to make money now. So a lot of that's online arbitrage. That's doing pickups like you saw in yesterday's, some updates. And then this morning went through, bought a bunch of stuff, which you probably can't see, which is not the end of the world. My buy log, that's done. And now I'm going to spend the next couple hours diving into Brandon Young's Inner Circle private label training, really focusing on product research and being able to dial in his keyword master sheet that he talks about in the course. So I'm gonna work on that, and that will pretty much take up most of Friday.